Hello, CrossFit Heath. I've got today's workout. It is 3 rounds for time of 500-meter row, 50-foot single arm front rack dumbbell alternating lunge, and then 12 box jumps, and then another 50-foot of the single arm dumbbell front rack lunge, alternating lunge with the other arm. Okay, so a couple of variations in there for those of you who have equipment or space limitations, so we'll go through that after the warm-up. So, jump right into the warm-up. For your warm-up, you have a 6-minute EMOM of 2 different movements. You're going to start off on the rower. Give me a 30-second row or a 30-second run. You could do a 30-second high knees, 30-second bike, and then whenever you are done, you're going to give me 5 up downs. And an up down is just a half burpee. Looks like this. You're going to go from standing position to a perfect push-up position. And then back up. Okay, so 5 reps of those. Another option, if you don't have a rower, is just do 30 seconds of jumping jacks and then the 5 up downs in the first minute. On a jumping jack, it's that movement we all did when we were a kid. Okay, you're going to go from standing position to here, okay, and then I want you to touch hands behind your back. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay. One of the good things about a jumping jack, number one, it does elevate your heart rate, but it gets those shoulders involved, okay, if done right. So I don't want to see lazy jumping jacks if you don't have a rower. If you're going to do the movement, you might as well do it correctly and get the benefit out of it. On the second minute, okay, you're going to do 30. You're going to get back on the rower, 30 seconds of a row or 30 seconds of a jumping jack, and then 10 alternating lunges. And again, you can go forwards or backwards on those lunges. For those of you who have knee problems, going backwards is probably a little bit less intense. Okay, so 10. That's 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Okay, each minute, I want you to increase your pace. So consciously say to yourself, push a little bit harder than the previous minute, and then on the last 2 minutes, push even harder. So by the end of this 6 minutes, I want you panting, I want you breathing hard and sweating a little bit, okay? For your workout, on the 3 rounds for time, first of all, if you don't have a rower, you have athlete's choice of any other piece of cardio equipment or a run. If we think about a 500-meter row, done at full pace, it usually takes an RX athlete about 90 seconds to a minute 45 to do a fast-paced 500-meter row. So you're thinking about 90 seconds of cardio work. Okay? When you're done with that 500-meter row, you're going to do 50 feet of a single arm dumbbell front rack lunge. Okay, so on that dumbbell front rack lunge, you'll start off in the right with the dumbbell in the right hand. Okay, what you want is that dumbbell, the head of the dumbbell resting on your shoulder, your elbow turned slightly out, and then your rib cage pulled down. So you want a tight tummy. And I know a lot of you are very interested in firming and leaning out your core. I mean, who isn't? Who doesn't want to have visible abs? Where the training for increasing the volume and size of your abdominal muscles comes from, of course, is diet. And then in the gym, what you can do is work on core stabilization. So in all of these exercises that we do in our WODs, you are using your abdominal muscles. Use your abdominal muscles to just stand and to walk. So the way that you can really train your abdominals here is by pulling your rib cage down and keeping a tight tummy. Okay? So what you'll do is you'll go 50 feet of an alternating lunge. Okay? And that's a walking lunge. And then when you're done with the 50 feet of lunges, you'll go to 12 box jumps, and if you don't have a box, you'll do a tuck jump. Now, going back to the lunges, if you don't have room to do a 50-foot lunge, I would just do 20 alternating lunges, so 10 on the right, 10 on the left, so that you can stay in a stationary place. That's totally fine. On the box jumps, of course, what we want to focus on is landing with soft feet and wide feet. Okay, so a couple of times, or sometimes in the gym, I'll see athletes land with their feet close together. And what that forces you to do is to land on your toes. We don't want that. We want you landing flat-footed. Okay, so land with soft feet, wide stance. You should be landing in a squat position and then stand all the way up. And then I like to step down. Okay, that protects, it's less impact on the knees. Okay, if you don't have a box, you can do tuck jumps. On a tuck jump, you're just going to jump straight up in the air, and I like to use my hands to give myself a target to get my knees up. Okay, so 12 reps of that. When you're done with 12 reps, you're going to pick your dumbbell up, you're going to put in the left arm, okay, and again, front rack, head of the dumbbell on your shoulder, elbow turned slightly out, tummy tucked in, rib cage pulled down, okay. You'll do 50 feet of that. When you're done with your first round, you're going to give yourself a minute of rest before you go into round 2. And then same thing after round 2, another minute of rest, and finish off with your third round. There is an 18-minute hard cap, which means is that your goal for this workout is to finish under 18 minutes. If the clock goes off before you finish your 3 rounds, then I want you to take a look at how you approach the workout. Did you go too fast on the first round and then you were just gassed for the next 2 and you saw a sharp drop off in performance? Take that under consideration. Or did you pick too heavy of a dumbbell weight to where you're having to drop the dumbbell and break up your sets? Okay, you should be able to, with this prescribed weight, you should be able to go at least 25 feet before having to drop the dumbbell and pick it back up and return. So keep that in mind. If you don't finish under the 18-minute hard cap, you need to take a look at the workout and really think about how you approached it. Okay. So what that 18 minutes breaks down to, if you divide it into 3 rounds with a minute of rest, take 2 minutes away, you've got 16 minutes to work basically. So what we want to do is to keep our rounds around 5 minutes and 20 seconds if we want to finish under the cap. All right, guys, thank you for watching. And